It's KD the One, and I am here with another reaction video. This is 4Dshams, and ain't the first video I think I have of him. It's just, I know I'm kind of late to this topic itself, the Bitter Babymama Crisis. If you ever seen me and videos that have to deal with baby mama crisis or baby father, you already know that my side always go for the parent in the right. I don't care if it's the mother, I don't care if it's the father. It's mostly the factual evidence. When it comes to this, there's a lot of females who's been raising their kids a little iffy, but it's mostly to spite they baby daddy. Hopefully that this is the video that gets into that. And please like, comment, subscribe if you want to see more videos like this. Let's get into this.
If I'm pregnant with your son and you leave me, I'm 100% raising my son gay. I don't know how I'm gonna do it, but I'm gonna raise him gay.
I'm just trying to understand, what does that even mean? What does that even look like? What do you mean you're raising him?
She lucky she's saying this around this time. And like 2025, 2026, she lucky she's saying this. And the only reason I'm saying that, cancel culture would have been on her ass. Because you're using, like, I guess, raising your son as gay as a punishment towards the father. What if the father fully accepts his son? What if the father doesn't care with it? Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, if you sitting here on some shit doing that, that means you have your own certain view to shit like that. I don't understand that. That's hate.
That comment has a lot of weird sexual predatory undertones. The amount of red flags in that video is almost hard to count, but it gets worse. So this little girl you see is the daughter of drill rapper YFG Fatso. And if you're unfamiliar with what drill rap is, it's basically music where they talk about violence and street life. So basically killing this, shooting that, this drug, that drug, you know how it goes. Now you might be asking, 4D, what does this little girl have to do with that nonsense? Well, what you see in this video is Fatso's rival, Q50, playing with his daughter.
Like me now.
Sorry for the quick yap, but I seen this clip. I ain't know the like full like measure behind it. It was like baby mama sits here spites her baby daddy by putting his op with his daughter. Like, shit, that could have ended up so many fucking ways, bruh.
Look,
Just to spite your fucking baby daddy
say
too.
cheese.
And for anyone who was wondering how he was able to gain access to this innocent little girl, it's because her piece of shit mom. Imagine putting your child in harm's way just to spite their father. That's gotta be like the most backward thinking I've ever encountered. And I don't think you guys understand just how much danger that little girl would have been in if Q50 actually had ill intention towards her.
My dad come out of grade. I sat and played with her till she went to sleep. Like, you know what I'm saying? So like I'm playing like on my dad come out of grade. When if I get up and walk away, she gonna get the crying and trying to see what the fuck I went at. So we kind of like, you know what I'm saying? We got a, what's that word? Relationship, like a bond. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like I got a bond with her. So
She literally let a thug who's known for
If you seen this off of Bardo or Astro Dior, that's why I say I'm late. Like, them niggas been fucking record this shit, but really, in my mind, I don't think you should bring your kids in this. Like, same thing when I was on the hood mentality talking about that snitching shit. To bring your kids into this shit is crazy. And that's the thing, y'all be raising y'all kids to have that mentality. You raising your kid and think it's a good idea to bring them around a nigga that wants to kill their father. That's terrible, mother.
being violent, who has
Terrible.
an extensive criminal record, who obviously hates her father because he talks about killing him in every other rap song. She let that type of individual next to their daughter just to spite her baby dad. And I know what some of you guys might be thinking. He's only doing this to tot his ops. He's not actually gonna do anything to the kid. But as you'll come to find out by this next clip, doing stuff like hurting kids isn't necessarily off-brand for these type of guys.
It's your daughter, right?
Sister, come get Ronnie, man.
Whoever this nigga is too, like I won't watch it on sis, but whoever this nigga is a bitch for hitting a little girl. Like, first thing you bringing kids into it, it's a little girl. Like, whatever you have beef with the father and shit, that is between you and them. But leave the children out of this. To show that's how much bitch made you are, to do some shit like that. You can't even put your hands on a nigga. You gotta do it to his kid. You a bitch in my mind.
Ow!
Smack that bitch. Let me go.
Why the fuck you smack my baby? Bitch, Mom, he touching my kids, man! Fuck!
You let that touch mine.
And it's so sad to see that some of these mothers would go to the furthest extent just to spite and antagonize the baby father, even if it means harming their child. It gets to the point where they start making issues where there aren't any. A perfect example is this mother cutting her daughter's hair because she didn't agree with the hairstyle that her father gave her.
My baby sitting about this bitch
Seen
crying.
this clip too.
I don't care. I told you, stop playing
This
with me.
motherfucker cut my baby hair out of here.
So did.
Look at that
Now
shit. That shit sad. Hurt
Now
my
wait.
baby feeling.
Now wait.
Cause you don't hurt the dad, you
I
hurt
don't
her
care.
feelings.
I do
You
my
hurt my
own
baby
girl
feelings.
hair.
My
I do
baby
my
sat
own
there
girl
for 2
hair.
hours.
I do my own girl hair.
My baby sat there for 2 hours.
Stop playing with me.
It's obvious to see that there was nothing wrong with that little girl's hairstyle. She was literally just trying to antagonize the dad. That little girl probably sat there for hours getting her hair done, and if you're black and
Getting
you
your
have
hair
curly hair,
done
you know how
hurt, my
painful
guy.
that can be
I ain't
sometimes.
even gonna
And
lie.
we're not even gonna talk about how much this probably cost the father, because hair braiding is definitely not cheap. So this child and her father went through all this hassle just for the baby mom to come back and traumatize this little girl. Literally has her crying, cutting her hair off on the street just because she wants to do it herself. In truth, we know she just wants to piss off the baby father. Brief intermission, y'all. I'm here with an opportunity for y'all to make money doing something.
Hey, I'ma just skip this. Y'all already know. But I do have a link in my description. Please check out the link in my description. It's for free cash. It really works. Even I got a little bit of something on that shit. Check out my link in my description.
Her up and make some money on today. Mind you, this is his kid as well. As a parent, he should have the right to make decisions for his child as well. And this is something that I find happens pretty often. These baby moms will no longer have a relationship with the dad, and for some reason in their head, they think they have full ownership of the child. And then we end up with situations like these.
You did not. I told you I did not want him to cut his hair. I wanted it to go past his ears.
You know he's my son too, right?
Yeah, I understand that he's your son, but you disobeyed me. I told you.
I don't obey anybody.
You disobeyed me. The entitlement is insane.
I'm a little confused about like shit like this because me currently, I got with my wife. We are young. But when it comes to shit like this, you are a mother, like, to that kid. That's his father. At least the father's in his life, still trying to help, still giving him haircuts, still doing shit like that, because some fathers not even doing shit like that. And in this generation, a lot of fathers are stepping up. A lot of fathers are really being decent fathers. It's just the mother taking the kid away. Especially in situations like this, it's hard for like men to be in the kid life, to do something for the kid, if the female gonna act like this, to say you disobeyed me, that's crazy.
I mean, besides the glaring fact that he's his father, does she not realize that she's talking to a whole grown human being, talking about some you disobeyed me? That is a wild statement, and there's more.
You don't get to talk to her.
I don't get to talk to her, is what she said.
That's dumb. I heard exactly what she said.
Turn it off.
Bruh, even the little boy called her out for how dumb her actions are. Because no matter how much you hate the father, at least do it for your daughter. Little girls deserve to have their father in their lives. And trust me, as you keep watching, you'll see that these bitter, spiteful baby moms only get worse. They literally act like they made the child all on their own, and they don't give any respect to the fathers or fatherhood in general. That's why we often see these bitter baby moms limiting contact between their kids and their fathers, using their kids like pawns to manipulate the father, or just tarnishing the father's image in front of his kids so that they hate their father. There's literally a plethora of stories of kids who grew into adulthood and then later found out that their mom was keeping them away from their dad or telling them lies about their father, and they ended up hating him, and they wouldn't end up finding the truth until they later reconnected with their father.
My mom kept me away from my dad for 26 years. You know what kept me away from him? My mom told me that my dad said I was a mistake and kept me away from my father. Every time, this been looking for me since I was a kid.
Yeah.
He's been looking for me. I finally talked to my dad. He's a good dude. My mom told me my dad has not paid child support since I was a kid. I finally meet this. He has envelopes full of shit proof showing he's been paying child support. My mom calls me. What you doing, baby? What's going on? I'm at my dad's house. What the you doing at the house? Didn't I say don't discuss family business? My dad bust.
This is literally evil and vindictive.
Through the door and snatched the phone. I was trying to, like, no. Like, hello? Put my son back on the phone. No, it's my son too. What do you want? Put my son back on the phone.
Yeah, I'm gonna say it like this. Have your own mind as a child. Especially when you like growing up into your teens. My father, he left when I was at a young age, but I was still like a teen. I was 13, around that age, 12, 13. When he left, it was just me and my mom. I ended up talking to my mom about the situation. She had her side. And when I first heard her side, I hated my dad. I had a deep hatred for him. I talked to my dad. He had his side. Now, that left me to sit here and be in the middle as the mediator. At the end of the day, they were two adults. They still cared about me. They still put effort for me. They still did all that. They just did it separately. No matter what feelings they had towards each other, they was able to settle that to sit here and try to raise me. To sit here and hear stories like this is so disheartening because, like, when it came to me falling out with my father, it was because of my own reasons. It was nothing to do with my mother. My mother still has a good friendship with him. They still talk on the phone. They still do shit like that. But when it comes to me, I just don't like the way that he carries himself. Let's just say that.
My dad
have your own mind as a kid,
man. On my mom. And I'm listening to my mom. All that slapping, abuse, and beating me up, choking me when I'm on the floor, beating me with belts, wrapping hangers around other hangers. My mom turned into a 2-year-old little girl when my dad started talking to her. She talked to me like my entire life. He's yelling on the phone, you mad because I left you. And I didn't want to be with you no more. And you kept my son away.
It literally seems like she projected her hate for his father onto him. She literally traumatizes dude. Imagine your mom brainwashing you as a little girl into hating your father only to lose 3 decades with him. Bro, this is literally cruel, bruh. Like, this should be a crime.
The reason why he wasn't, really in my life is because of her. You know what I'm saying? Yes, my mom. Because she moved me from California to Georgia without telling him.
That's cool.
And, kept me away from him for years. Throughout the years, we would email each other, me and my dad. Mm-hmm. We would email each other. I would have to sneak and do it though.
For you to deprive this girl who obviously wants a relationship with her father from him just because you're spiteful, just because you want to be vindictive, it's just wrong. That's gotta be one of the most selfish acts you could do as a human being. And it doesn't end there. My child's father's only requirement for me was not to play hood music around our daughter. The fact that this was an everyday occurrence for us takes me out. I'm gonna have to mute most of this clip because of copyright, but just know she was playing hood music. And not only that, she was also allowing her daughter to sing along with the vulgar lyrics and even say the cuss words. I just want to know what's going through her head when she's doing something like this. Like, oh yeah, you know that one thing you told me not to do, the thing that's gonna protect our child from, being vulgar and being exposed to filth? Yeah.
Again, as a parent, I understand having your own way of raising them. But to sit here on some shit, I don't believe there's no disobeying the other parent. But if y'all are sitting here on some shit and you know the reason why, the protection of your kid, the reason why he's sitting here doing such and such, and you're like, man, fuck that. If you sit here and think for just a little minute, what bad output does that have on your kid? Let them do that at their own time. Don't let your kid get so comfortable where they could start cursing at a young age because they gonna become reckless with their words. Now, at the same time, let your kid be on their own person. Let them think. Let them be able to think on their own time. To sit here and fucking control the way that they think, despite their father, because think of this. You sitting here on some shit probably, blasting music, cursing in the car, despite the dad. She's sitting here like, oh, I could get away with this with Ma. I could do this, that, and the third with Ma. Fuck that. He's too strict anyway. He ain't even gonna let me curse to a song. I, don't you think that that's kind of a weird thing to keep in your kid mind? Like your kid gonna sit here and reach out to you because they know that you're more lax, that they could get away with more stuff with you. To each his own. But I feel like it's always better to do it under the comfort of your house, under the eyes of your parents, and under their guise. And if they fully respect what the kid wants, if they let them do it, they'll probably let them do it. But if it's not something, shit, don't try it.
Yeah, I'm gonna expose you to that exact thing. I'm gonna pollute my child's mind just to spite this man. That's gotta be like the most male-centered thing you could do as a woman. And look, I'm not trying to get on here and target women because I know there's a bunch of horrible deadbeat dads out there. But this is one of those issues that mostly pertains to women. Because whether you like to believe it or not, society and especially the justice system always leans towards women when it comes to situations involving kids. With today's justice system, if a father wants to get full or even half custody of the child, he damn near has to prove that the mom is a supervillain. And even if you're allowed the opportunity to co-parent, a lot of times these baby mothers are insufferable. Let me show you what I mean.
I had put a post up bragging about her daddy, but I told him I needed some money for some groceries, and he decided to deliver the stuff, pick what he want to pick, and have it delivered himself.
So she's mad at him for doing the job efficiently.
Instead of sending me the money, he then had the groceries delivered. You don't know what my kids want. You don't know what my kids like. That's me.
Before he said it, 'cause I know, looking at his face, I already know he finna say it. It's not the fact that he ain't get what your kids want. He ain't get what you wanted. You wanted that money because you knew that you could probably get less of this groceries and still be able to sustain your kids and still had that money for yourself. And that, like I said, to each his own. But don't sit here going on the internet saying that the father's bad or the father's an asshole because he got your kids groceries. Again, like, we live in this type of generation where anything can slide on the internet. You could say anything. But, like, how many people gonna pave themselves as the bad guy until they realize, like, they might just sound a little slow?
You buying stuff off of what you like, because I told him, I needed tissue and I was out and I needed some.
Okay, well, let's take a look at some of the stuff he bought. From what I see, there's milk, juice, toilet paper. I don't know, from what I'm seeing, that definitely seems like stuff that little kids would need.
That ain't what I wanted. I wanted you to send me the money so I could shop my own stuff. So me and my kids could eat what we want to eat. Not what you want.
So you and your kids. Wanted to
She
eat.
literally just snitched on herself. That money was gonna be used more to fulfill her needs than the kids' needs.
I told him, I needed tissue and I was out and I needed some groceries. And he done went shopping.
Bro, you literally can't make this shit up, bro. She literally told him the stuff that she wanted. And she's mad because he took some initiative and bought it in a more efficient way.
Again, some niggas won't even try to do this shit. I hate the fact that females actually get a nigga that actually tries, that actually does shit. And then, except of actually holding them for that standards or saying they're giving them they cause, they grats, they sit here and bash on them. They sit there and talk shit. That's sad. And like you said, I'm not trying to bash on only women. There's a lot of niggas out here that are trash fathers that don't do shit. Like that nigga in the second scene talking about, oh, you let him put his hands on mine, so you put your hands on someone's daughter? That just makes me think, I wonder how you are as a father to sit here and try to attack another nigga's kid. I wonder how you are as a father.
literally saving her time so she doesn't have to go shopping. Yeah, honestly, this was never about the groceries. She was probably gonna use that money for something else. And I mean, honestly, it might seem silly, but this bitter baby mom issue is a lot bigger than we'd like to think, especially in the US. According to this Pew Research article, the US has the highest rate of children living in single-parent households. Almost a quarter of US children under the age of 18 live with one parent and no other adult. And then we have this article by the United States Census Bureau, where they're breaking down what these stats look like. And as you can see, mother-only households compared to father-only households is drastically different. Here's another visual, and as you can see, the father-only household is closer to children with no parents at all, and the mother-only household is much higher. And again, this goes back to my point about how society and the justice system will always lean towards women when it comes to things like children. And look, I'm not trying to sit here and bash all single mothers, because I know there's a bunch of single mothers out there who are doing their best and doing a great job of raising their children. And honestly, some of them are justified in not wanting their children to be around their father. I literally just seen this video of this dad dropping his son off in front of his mom's place and trying to leave even though there was no one there.
Sit down right there. Bye.
Bye. Al, what are you doing? You can't leave. No.
The kid is literally scared. Yeah, this type of father is a freaking piece of shit. And honestly, I hope.
Like I said, there's a lot of bastard fathers out here. And to say some shit like this, I don't know if he didn't know the girl was home or not. But to sit here and not even call, to sit here and not even take a message, hey, your boy's outside, where you at? To sit here and be like, yo, I'm about to be out there in 5 minutes. Are you at home? Like, to sit here and not even take that initiative, to take that call, again, it shows character. But I feel like that's enough bad parenting for today. If y'all want to see more videos like that, please like, comment, subscribe. I will leave 4D in the description. Remember, check out that free money, the free cash. I will make sure to leave that link in the description. Please check it out. I'll explain it more in other videos, but I'll see y'all boys next time. Peace.